Hey guys, it's Geography Lover here. Welcome back to another brand new video. And today we are looking at the Tudor family tree. So let's get started. So let's look up all the way back here at the top. I'm sorry if it's a little blurry, guys. So we start off with King Henry VII and Queen Elizabeth of York. But let's start with King Henry VII, who was the monarch who established the House of Tudor in 1485 after defeating Richard III of the Yorkists during the War of the Roses. So he was the first king of the Tudor dynasty and married Richard III's niece, Elizabeth of York, also his third cousin. It was weird in the Middle Ages at the time. They had 4 children, Prince Arthur, Princess Margaret, Prince Henry, and Princess Mary, who's not shown here, but she's the youngest daughter. Prince Arthur married Princess Catherine of Aragon, who was the daughter of Ferdinand II of Aragon and Isabella I of Castile. So their marriage happened in 1501. Arthur then died in 1502 at the age of 15, which left Catherine a widow and Henry VII without an official heir, but he did name his second son Henry as his heir, so it was no problem. When Henry VII died in 1509, his son Henry became King Henry VIII, very famous monarch, and he ended up marrying Catherine in 1509, thankfully saving her money and making her a queen, Queen Catherine of Aragon. They ended up having only one surviving child after having many miscarriages, a stillborn son and a son that died at 52 days old. They had one child named Mary, who eventually did become Queen Mary I. We'll get to her later. She was their only surviving child that reached adulthood. She did marry her cousin, but we'll get to that after. And Henry grew angry that his wife Catherine wouldn't produce his son, so he ended up divorcing her, breaking with the Catholic Church in 1533, and divorcing Catherine and marrying Anne Boleyn, her lady-in-waiting. Him and Anne ended up having one child, again, a daughter, Queen Elizabeth, who we'll get to her after as well. But Anne Boleyn was accused of adultery and ended up getting beheaded and losing her head in 1536, same year Queen Catherine of Aragon died. Henry then married Jane Seymour, another lady-in-waiting of Anne Boleyn, and they had Henry's fondest wish, a son, Edward, who did become King Edward VI, but we'll get to him after as well. Jane then died quickly after of childbed fever, and then Henry married a 4th time to Anne of Cleves, but that marriage ended in annulment. Then he married Catherine Howard, but she was also accused of adultery and lost her head. And then he finally married Catherine Parr, and that ended in no children, but he ended up dying in 1547, passing the crown to his son Edward, who became King Edward VI, and who was the last Tudor king. He was the age of 9 when he started his rule, and died at the age of 15, passing his throne to his cousin, who's not shown on this chart, Lady Jane Grey, who then, after 9 days, was beheaded by Queen Mary I, who became queen. Remember, I told you we got to her later. She married her cousin, Philip II of Spain, Queen Catherine of Aragon's sister's son's son, so her grandnephew, Philip II of Spain. So they ended up getting married, though Mary never had any children, possibly because she had uterine cancer, so she never ended up having a child. She died in 1558 and then passed the throne to her Protestant sister, Queen Elizabeth, who became Queen Elizabeth I in 1558. She ruled until 1603 and was queen during a remarkable age of flourishing arts, including William Shakespeare as playwright and a bunch of other explorations and during the Renaissance in England and in Europe. She died in 1603 with no children of her own, since she was known as the Virgin Queen, which is named after which Virginia, the state, is named after. She ended up passing her throne to her Aunt Margaret, great-grandson James I, who was also James VI of Scotland. So England and Scotland ended up in a personal union with King James I and VI, bringing the Tudor dynasty to an end, since it was her aunt, and the monarchs always took the name of their father. So James IV was part of the House of Stuart. So, plus his mother also was part of the House of Stuart, and she married a man named Henry Darnley, and they had James I. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.